Hey guys, and welcome to another GameXplain discussion. I'm your host, Derek Bittner, and I'm joined today by Ash Paulson and Ted Xan Shadow Weeson to discuss the latest Pokemon news, including the leak that came out of Nintendo of Korea. So let's get started. So guys, kind of crazy. I mean, we had a lot of requests, especially me and you, Ash, about people wanting us to talk about the new Mega Evolutions, which we looked at that trailer and was like, well, there's not too much to talk about. But then I did a little further research, and then this leak happened. I was like, you know what? Let's just go for it. I'm sure we can find something to talk about. I mean, we are GameXplain after all. I mean, this is sort of our niche. So just base impressions on all these new Megas that we're getting.
I like some of them a lot. A lot of them are really freaking goofy. Like, oh my god, Mega Boomerang Salamence is just ridiculous. Mega Altaria is just like so fluffy. It just looks like it just bathed in a bath of cotton candy. And obviously, the best Megalution to ever be revealed is Mega Slowbro. I believe that everyone should agree on that point.
Oh, I totally agree on that. Mega Slowbro, I don't care how goofy he looks. He's amazing. Like, I kind of just love him. He's like a little top that you just want to spin around, and having the teeth all around him. It's like, how do we take Slowbro and make him even more ridiculous? Okay, let's just have him eat the whole body. Okay. It's like the complete opposite of Slowking, where, instead of a hat, now it's a suit.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in agreement. I think, a few of them are really cool. A few of them, not as much, but my favorite by far so far is Mega Altaria. It's just, like you said, Ted, it looks like it's just bathed in cotton candy, and it just looks so fluffy. And easily is my... I kind of choose Pokemon more on appearance anyway, kind of how I feel about them, in my gut, so... That definitely is probably my favorite new Mega Evolution so far.
No, I totally agree. It's like we're getting some interesting choices with this one, because I can totally see why Altaria and Salamence both got Mega Evolutions. Lopunny is a sort of a weird choice. I think the design works, but I never expected Lopunny to get any kind of Mega Evolution.
Well, the thing about Lopunny for me is that I hated one of Lopunny's design in Gen 4. It just seemed really, really just wrong to me. Almost like it was trying to cater to some sort of But I like the Mega Evolution a bit, because it actually looks like a rabbit with the gigantic hind legs that look like that it could make her bounce. So I really like that. I think if I had to pick an overall favorite, it would probably be Mega Audino. Actually, I don't know why. It just looks very adorable to me. I
actually agree. I think Mega Audino is probably my second favorite after Altaria. And I agree, Mega Lopunny is actually okay. I wasn't the biggest fan of Lopunny's design either, but the Mega version is okay. I'm kind of lost in the appeal of Mega Salamence and Mega Slowbro. I don't know. Those ones aren't really appealing to me on a surface level as much.
Well, they're just goofy, which makes me love them by instinct,
right.
Just to how ridiculous they are.
Yeah.
Right.
Just one question about Mega Audino, though. How much experience do you think killing one of these guys would be worth?
That's a good question, because I think that's all anybody used Audino for, is just a ton of experience. Like, there you go, you killed it, have a ton. It was the best way to level up in Black and White, and I don't know, if they could Mega Evolve in the wild, oh my god, they'd be amazing.
Yeah, so that's the question, I guess, is if they'll even be able to Mega Evolve in the WoW, which my guess would be no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably not.
I guess then your opportunity to get experience from them in trainer battles will be limited.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I'm going to go down through each of these, since Sarah B, gods that they are at Pokemon, actually have some details on what they'll be able to do. With Mega Slowbro, it gets a boosted defense and special attack, and it actually makes me even love it more. When a battle begins, Mega Slowbro actually uses its tail to stand up straight and propels itself like a spring. So this is sort of like a spring tank type thing with Slowbro. Oh, I love it. Just the look on his face, too, I think is another thing that's just selling him for me.
Well, that's always been kind of one of the selling points of Slowbro, is just the overall look on his face, and just kind of his overall ridiculous, dumb demeanor.
Yeah. Mega Altaria, another reason I really like her is it gets a dragon fairy typing, which I think is very interesting.
I don't think... Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's unique, actually.
Yeah, I think it's the first we've seen of that. I love when the things that are weak to each other are in the same Pokemon. That just makes it much more interesting to me. Otherwise, it just gets increased special attack and defense. But yeah, I don't know. I love the fact that they played with the typing with it as well.
Yeah, that's actually pretty awesome. It's a dragon type that's immune to dragon type attacks now.
Oh yeah, that's funny. I think Altaria is going to be a favorite, honestly.
Yeah,
I think so too. That's a really cool typing, and I think that combined with its just overall appearance, I think it's going to make it a favorite for sure.
Yeah, not much to say about Mega Salamence as far as what I can see here. Is it just gets a a highly boosted defense stat. I don't really mention any of its other stats, and it's it's still a dragon flying type, so nothing too exciting with him. But Lopunny actually gets the a dual normal fighting type, so that's pretty cool. And of course boosted attack and speed. But I think it actually could be an interesting Pokemon now, thanks to this Mega Evolution. I think more people might actually try out Lopunny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I haven't touched competitive battling in a while, so my information may be sort of off on this, but I'm pretty sure Lopunny was one of the many Pokemon sort of dumped into the never-used tier. So I'm not sure like how this will affect it in the long run, but it can't hurt, right?
No, exactly.
Yeah, it definitely can't.
And finally, with Audino, it gets the dual typing of normal and fairy, and gets boosted defense and special defense. So it's still just another normal tank, but this time with the fairy some fairy stats as well. So it's interesting. So they all have interesting uses. But I don't know. For my money, my two favorites are definitely Altaria and Slowbro.
Well, Audino, if I remember correctly, at the very least had a crap ton of HP. So upping its defense and special defense will probably make it obnoxiously annoying to try to take down in Mega Form, so that'll probably be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive tank in Mega Form, just because I remember, even trying to kill them in the wild, I mean, it's not hard, but it takes a while.
I guess that raises the question here. I mean, I don't think anybody ever expected a Mega Evolution for Slowbro. I guess for some reason I just count him out because he already has the alternate evolution in the form of Slowking. So, just off the top of your head, and I know I'm just throwing this on you guys, but what other Megas would you like to see? Whether, cool or weird or just fun things they could do with it?
Well, personally, my favorite Pokemon is Typhlosion, so that's just sort of a no-brainer right there. All of the starters are probably, at the top of the list for Mega Evolution. I'm trying to think of something else off the top of my... okay. A Pokemon that I think would probably use a Mega Evolution, and I would love to see one for it, is actually Butterfree, who's a sentimental favorite of mine, despite not having great stats. I just love the thing anyway. So I'd like to see a Mega Evolution, allow it to be more useful in areas outside of the main story. So that would be cool, I think.
Personally, my favorite Pokemon ever is Vaporeon, so I think, just because I'm biased, I think Mega Vaporeon would be awesome. But I also think there's potential for, let's say, a Mega Dragonite, or maybe for humorous reasons, Mega Jinx or Mega Mr. Mime, or... I don't know, I always actually kind of like the design of Tailo and Swellow, so I wouldn't mind seeing, like, a Mega Swellow.
Oh, okay. I mean, this is just me goofing around here and whatnot, but now after seeing Mega Slowbro, I want to see a Mega Slowking, and just have the shell covered and all you can see is his feet.
I would be totally down with that.
And just these derpy eyes coming out from behind, like the Shelter's eyes. I think it would be a lot of fun, but that's just me being goofy. Seriously, I like the idea of every Eevee evolution getting its own Mega Form. I think that would be really cool.
Those are probably up there too. Like the Eevees are some of the most popular Pokemon. The starters, I think, are up there. You said Dragonite. I would be surprised if Dragonite didn't eventually get a Mega Evolution, because this is something that they can basically add whenever they do a new game. Is just, okay, have like 10 more Mega Evolutions. They can do that from now on.
Yeah,
exactly.
And also, just as a more serious one, is Mega Snorlax. I think, you want to talk about a tank, having Mega Snorlax, just, don't even know what they could do with him, but I think it would be really cool to see them play with the Mega Evolution for him.
See, now you're kind of making me want like a Mega Miltank and a Mega Taurus and things like that.
Now, I actually want Mega Wailord, because Wailord's already the biggest
Pokemon.
Yeah. So when you Mega Evolve it, it's just the size of a planet and it gets its own gravitational pull.
Oh, I'd love that.
Now, how about Mega Arceus? So basically you just have God evolve into a Mega Form. I love that.
Now it's Super God. I mean, the Mega Evolutions is always a lot of potential. I know a lot of people aren't fans of Mega Evolutions, but I don't know. I think they add a nice little fun element to the series, and are definitely not going away anytime soon.
Oh, no.
No.
But something that is sticking around, which for some reason I didn't really think this would stick around as much, and I don't know why, but Horde Battles are coming back. What they've actually, they pretty much work the same as they did in X and Y, except that they're getting extended now to trainer battles, where, like, the example they have in this picture, and they don't really have too much information on it, is just that you'll be challenged by, like, 5 different, Team Awkward, Team Magma members, and you have to fight all 5 of them at once. So I'm guessing they're going to be work like, Horde Battles, where they're just lower levels, but maybe that might even be more challenging, too, just because maybe they'll throw out different kinds, but I don't know. I think that's an interesting idea to have, like, 1-on-5 battles in the form of actual trainer battles.
I wasn't really the biggest fan of Horde Battles in X and Y, just because they honestly took more time than it was worth if you didn't have any area of effect or multi-target attacks on your Pokemon. So, or if you did, then you would only use that one, which would lead to only that one getting the experience, unless you had the experience all. But I don't know. They usually took more time than it was worth. You had to cycle through the damage of each one, and I don't know. I didn't really want them to come back, but the Horde trainer battles, okay, I'll take them or leave them, but not really I'm not the biggest fan.
I'm pretty much on the same boat. I always felt that Horde battles were one of the more expendable gameplay additions to X and Y, especially since they did take so long, unless if you made sure to have somebody with Earthquake or whatever on your team. However, I do think that I like the idea of Horde trainer battles a little bit more, if only because, especially, I remember this in Gen 3, is that there's a lot of points in the story where you're challenged by a Team Aqua or Magma Grunt. They go, "Mwahaha, I will take care of you," and then you beat them, and then you fight another one, and maybe another one after that. And that's a little bit tedious, especially since they only ever have, like, Poochienas or Zubats or whatever. So, you know, I think that fighting 5 of them at once would be a little bit better than fighting 3 people one after another. But, you know, again, you know, it's a pretty expendable feature. I don't love them. I don't hate them. I expected them to come back. But it's at least a nice twist on them to make it so that you're fighting trainers instead of just wild Pokemon, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much with you with Ted. I guess because they felt so expendable, and I thought they were such a pain to capture certain Pokemon with, because you had to take out each one individuals, and the worst one by far was when you had some Viper and Zangoose together in whatever order, because they would attack each other, and you're like, I want to catch that one, stop attacking him.
Oh, have you seen, I think I've seen screenshots of Horde Battles where there are 2 different shiny Pokemon in them, and you can only ever possibly catch one Pokemon.
Oh my god.
That sucks.
That is just, like, gotta be the worst feeling ever.
Oh, I can imagine, yeah.
Maybe, what if they created a new Pokeball, like the multi-ball, and you just capture all 5 at the same time? That would solve that problem.
I would be okay with that. I mean, honestly, it sounds like we've gone through a whole laundry list of reasons why Horde Battles didn't really need to return, but if they're back, they're back. What can we do about it?
Yeah, oh well. Another thing that's back, though, is the Pokemon Contest, which we had a feeling of this once, you know, Cosplay Pikachu showed up, but now we actually get some details on them, including the fact that Pokeblocks are back. You know, they still have the same introduction rounds. It's still, the contests are still based on several different types, including coolness, beauty, cuteness, cleverness, and toughness. And each of them has different ranks. So there's just a lot that you can do if you want to spend your time with contests. So, and then there's been some expanded features as well, just, you know, with how they all work.
Honestly, these are the contests and other things like it, like the music videos and all that. I've always completely ignored them, and this time it'll be no different. Pokemon's such a time sink anyway that I really only want to focus on the core adventure at hand and not really spend too much time in the side stuff, just because I don't have the time and it just doesn't really interest me. And I will say that I love the cosplaying Pikachu, and I love the idea of being able to use him in battles, but beyond that,
Yeah, I've never been too keen on contests either. I did like the Pokeblock minigame. I thought that was kind of fun, so I'm glad that they brought that back. And from what I can tell from all these screenshots, it tends to work pretty similarly to how they did in Gen 3, or at least on a surface level. I think that the only way that I'd ever really go more into contests is if they gave you more of a reward that could be applied outside of them into the main game, because, you know, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you got anything other than, like, the contests ribbons when you did them in Gen 3, and if you got something more than that, I might mess around with it, but you know, I usually go into Pokemon for the adventure, the battling, the trading, and all that. So this is a fun side thing, but it's probably not something I'm going to touch very often.
Yeah, I'm right there with you guys. I mean, I fooled around with them a little bit, but I always felt like they took so long, and they never got that invested in them. I mean, they were interesting ideas, but like you, Ted, I wish they had some sort of idea that, you know, that they helped you in battle some way. But we do see a couple new introductions here. Like, apparently Mega Evolution will be able to help with exciting, you know, people, so that'll actually help you out. So at least new battle ideas are being put back into contests. Let's see if they can do it the opposite way. The only way I can sort of see that is that as you do better, you get fans, and the fans will actually give you words of encouragement and also special items. All they list here is berries, but I'm guessing maybe some special items will also happen. Hard to say.
I can't remember if this was... I think this was Black and White 2. I think like that was one of the only ones where you ever got anything for doing the extra thing, because, like, if you did movies and you did a good job, you'd get fans who would, like, give you power-ups, and it wasn't ever, like, anything super great. Like, it would just be, like, lemonades or potions or things like that, but, it, you know, it was helpful, so I can imagine that you'd probably get something similar to that as well. Like, they might give you, like one of those EV drinks or, you know, whatever.
That's possible. I mean, that's at least help a little bit as far as making contests useful outside of just battling, and just, you know, as its own side mission. But I know a lot of people out there like it, so it's nice that they're changing up for those people. And actually, what's kind of funny here is that there's a new photo-taking feature. You can actually get yourself, what they show here in this little screenshot, is that you can actually put yourself in the picture, and, like, for the example here is, like, get yourself shocked by Pikachu and stuff like that. So I can see a lot of people having fun with that. Nice little side bit. But moving on to the cosplay Pikachu, we actually found out that each of those cosplay Pikachus actually get unique moves. I forget which ones get which off the top of my head, but I know, like, Luchador Pikachu gets, like, Flying Press or some sort of fighting move. So it's like they each get a different move that Pikachu cannot normally learn. So I guess there is benefit outside of the contest themselves in that way, but I'm still not sure if it only applies to Pikachu or all Pokemon.
Assuming that it just applies to the contest Pikachu for just a moment, I think that that's actually really interesting, because I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but I do remember that one of them got an Ice-type attack, which for an Electric type is great, because, you know, that lets you deal with ground types an awful lot easier. And Pikachu, if you give him the Light Ball, can actually do a good bit of damage in battle, so it's a viable Pokemon for your main adventure, so I think that's really interesting. I would really love if other Pokemon got extra moves that they might not normally otherwise learn, but I don't think it's probably going to happen because Pikachu's the mascot and it needs to be special and such.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Ted. I agree that it's probably going to be Pikachu only, especially for now. But I do think it's cool that you get, Pikachu can get different moves based on his cosplay, or its cosplay, and it really does look adorable in its various, little costumes. But, it kind of speaks to why I liked Pokemon and Me more than a lot of the other side stuff, because there actually were tangible benefits in battle. Like, your Pokemon would survive at 1 HP once in a while, for instance, or it would, it had tangible effects in battle, which a lot of this other side stuff doesn't. But again, the cosplaying Pikachu is an example of something where you do get a benefit in the main adventure, which is great.
Actually, as you guys were talking, I did find what each of the Pikachus will get. So Rockstar Pikachu will get Meteor Mash.
Ooh,
nice.
The Pikachu Bell will get Icicle Crash, which is your Ice-type move, Ted. Pikachu Popstar gets Draining Kiss. Pikachu PhD gets Electric Terrain. And Pikachu Libre gets Flying Press, like I said. So there's your extra moves. But yeah, that's really cool that they did that. It's sort of like the old school surfing Pikachu that happened back in the day. So that was really cool. But yeah, that pretty much covers it for the new Pokemon contest. I mean, they're hopefully integrate them more. If not, the people who love contests have them back and they can play them as much as they want, which is, great for them. I guess the only other thing I have to say is that one of the bits of artwork they showed for the game, and I can't remember if this has also happened in the original Ruby and Sapphire, but they showed the main trainers in different costumes to better set themselves up for the contest. You know how, like, in the old TV show, May would change up into a different outfit, or Dawn would change into a new outfit when doing a contest battle. And they have that same thing for these two trainers. So I'm wondering if they didn't do that in Ruby and Sapphire, is this our sort of soft confirmation that the whole changing clothes dynamic from X and Y is back as well?
I kind of figured it would be back. It seemed like a fairly popular feature in X and Y. I think a lot of people have been wanting to be able to customize your trainer in the series for a long time. So I kind of fully expect that to be back.
Yeah, I certainly hope that customizing your outfit's back, because that's one of my favorite things about X and Y, is just the ability to be able to dress up your trainer however you want. I don't think that your trainer avatar changed clothes during the contests in Ruby Sapphire, so I think that that's more than likely, if it's not just a random piece of promotional art. It's a soft confirmation that you can indeed change your outfits this time, which would be great.
Yeah, definitely. I really hope that's back too, because it can be, I don't know, there's just something really addictive about making the trainer look how you want it to be. And I don't know, I still really hope that you can, like, find outfits that match the previous trainers, so you can have them dress up like red or dress up like gold. Or
I was surprised they didn't have those in X and Y.
Yeah, I was too.
They really should have.
Yeah.
But, alright guys, well I think that covers it for our discussion of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but before we go, Ted has been involved in something for the last week or so, called the Sonic-a-thon, which I thought I'd have him, explain a little bit and try to drive more of you guys toward there, because it is part of the Child's Play charity. So, Ted, why don't you tell us a little bit more about it?
The Sonic-a-thon is a collaborative effort made by me and the rest of the Brain Scratch crew, HPAW and Hellfire Comms, in order to raise money for Child's Play charity. What we're doing is we're playing nearly every single Sonic game ever made, and we're streaming them and taking donations for Child's Play. All of the money goes there, we don't get a cent. You can find the stream at hfc-marathons.co.uk, and it is just a great cause. We're doing an awful lot of fun games, and if you donate, you don't just get the warm fuzzy feeling in your heart from doing something good. You also get to donate towards certain incentives, like what route people will be going in Sonic Heroes, what characters will be played in Knuckles Chaotix, and so on and so forth. So if you have the time or the money, I really would love it if you get the chance to check it out. Thank you guys so much.
And thank you guys for watching this video, and if you liked it, be sure to like us on Facebook and Twitter at GameXplain, and of course stay tuned to GameXplain for more on Pokemon and other things gaming too. Bye!